Hi, everyone. Hi, Phoenetia Brown. Welcome to Platform and Possibilities. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Typically on Platform and Possibilities, we try our best to bring not just experts, but just general good stories that tell our listeners how people are faring in their particular spaces. This is a podcast that focuses on informing, um, empowering, and inspiring. So we're glad to have you with us, Phoenicia, and we hope that you can share a little bit of us and in the process inspire some other young girl and boy, given
We
given
hope so.
your story, right?
Yeah.
So Phoenicia Brown,
Yes.
I always marvel at your name. I never asked how did you guys come up with mommy and daddy, of course, and maybe the
Oh
family come up
boy.
with the name
Oh boy.
Phoenicia?
Yeah, that was all mom and dad. I think mostly mom. um, but all of our names are a combination of someone else within the family. So Phoenicia is my grandmother. My grandmother's two names. Her names are Phoebe Ann and Lucretia. So they put it together to make Phoenicia.
So let's go. Creativity
Yep.
there.
Yep.
I always wonder about how you ended up in soccer. But before you talk
How
about
did I end?
yeah, before you tell us how you got to soccer, tell us a little bit about Phoenicia, Phoenicia Brown.
Phoenicia, who is Phoenicia Brown? That's the question you posed.
Yeah.
um,
Yes.
uh, well, I am the daughter of Dave and the late Andrea Charles-Browne. Um, I like to say that I'm a gatherer. I like bringing people together, whether it's my family or just friends for game night. Um, I'm a competitor. A very it's ingrained in me through my family. Whether it's athletics and football or just Monopoly at home, I don't like losing. That's definitely a big thing for me. Um, I'd say I'm a problem solver. I like finding solutions. Um, that's probably why I ended up in engineering. Uh, Gives me the avenue to be curious, be creative, and find solutions. And yeah, uh, just my aim in life is to love and spread love. Um, and football allows me to do all of that. So I'm
Yeah.
grateful to have
You,
the strength to pursue that because it's not an easy thing right now, women's football, but um,
yeah.
that's
You captured it so well. Take us back to little girl Phoenicia. You end up here playing football, soccer. How? What
Mhm.
when did that begin?
Well. Again, it starts with my parents. Uh, they're both athletes, so they threw me into anything they could. They would take me to all of their events. So mom was a cricketer, a netballer,
Yeah.
track runner, just everything. Dad was a footballer. Um, so they take me to all of their things, and I would just be running around
Yeah, no
doing
choice.
my own thing, trying to figure out what they were doing. Um, so yeah, when I lived in St. Kitts, I would just play any sport I could get my hands on. Um,
Were you born
I
in
grew
Texas?
up. I was born in New York, but lived in St.
Okay.
Kitts. So I
Okay.
was moved to Jersey when I was 7. Um, but when I was in St. Kitts, we grew up at our aunt and uncle's house because the parents were working. Um, and this is technically my great aunt and uncle, so she was very strict about girls being in the house doing housework. The boys could go out and do whatever. So I had to find ways to sneak out to be with my older brother and just be playing outside.
Right.
And I would ask my older sister, Davida, to cover for me. Didn't work out too well, but I would always be finding ways to be outside playing. And yeah, football came when we moved to New Jersey because there aren't a lot of girls at that point playing football in St. Kitts. So when we moved to New Jersey, Dad threw me in right away because he saw that
Potential.
anybody like girls were playing.
Right.
So he threw me in right away. And yeah,
Rest is history.
rest is history. I didn't know what I was doing, but they threw me on there and said just run and score, and I said, okay,
You
sure.
did it. You ran, scored, and ended up on another shore on the other side of the world, right?
Ended
Even,
up here.
right?
Yeah. So,
So, what kind of numbers you'd say are behind when somebody says Phoenetia Brown, female football? What are the numbers like? Wins, goals, understanding
uh,
football, you have to know positions. Defender, offense,
I'm
expertise,
I'm a striker. I'm a
striker.
attacker.
Mhm.
Um, do I know how many wins I have? I don't. I'm not sure. I played for a few clubs. So last season we won most of our games. So we were in Division Two in France last season. I think we only lost 2 or 3 games last season out of 22. So we got promoted to the first league, which is what we're playing in now, which
Right.
is with
Goes
top
fast.
teams in the world. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I create a lot of goals. That's my job. um, Creating a lot of goal scoring opportunities for me, for my teammates. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, just yeah,
You're like a
being
feeder.
dangerous up top.
Be dangerous. Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Tell us about when you turn pro. Because I so, no, before you turn pro, you recognize you had this thing that your parents recognized. Give us a
Yeah.
sense of vibe that you had that said, boy, that you were conscious that this was Phoenicia's decision and not necessarily mommy and daddy. Like what age you were at, what was the window at that point?
Hmm. So that's a story, another story. um,
Okay.
um, Again, it comes from the parents, right? They were very strict about you can do anything you want after you get your master's degree.
Mm-hmm.
So that anything for me, when I was younger, I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to be a professional basketball player and a
Right.
doctor. Those were the two. Those were my dreams. I don't know how it happened, but those were my dreams. Um, and so that's what I was aiming for. It didn't turn out that way. It's football and engineering, but
Right.
it's
Right.
close, close. Um, but yeah, I mean, because of that, I pursued my education. I graduated with my master's in 2016.
Mhm.
I thought at that point I was done with football. I had a couple of big injuries in my college career.
Mhm.
So I was at that point, I was like, maybe it's time to start working and be done with football. So I did start working in engineering for Turner Construction in the city. And then it didn't last very long. um, I got a contract offer to play in Iceland and decided I need to try this out because if I don't, I probably am gonna regret it.
And
Um,
this is the early 20s now. So you're no longer a teenager, you're late teens.
this is 2022,
Okay.
22. Yeah. I was still training, playing while I was working, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. Why am I doing this if my heart is still not in it? So I got that offer and decided to tell my work that I was gonna go and pursue this because this is what I felt I needed to do. Um, so I left after 5 months. um, Left the job and moved to Iceland in the middle of nowhere, like 5 hours away from the big city. Um, but I went for it. I had a great season and had another contract offer after that, and I was like, I'm gonna pursue this and see how far I can take it because this is where my joy is. This is where I feel at home, and yeah, it, that's how it started, and it's been going for the past 7 years, going on 7 years now.
Mhm.
So
Kudos to you for following your heart, Phoenicia. I know that had to be
yeah,
hard. Like, what kind of emotions? I can imagine the emotions, but you tell us some of the emotions that you were dealing with, doubting yourself and the uncertainty of venturing into.
yeah. I mean,
Tell us about that.
it was scary. It was scary.
Maybe.
Um, that's leaving a full time job that's secure and like I'd have a solid income, be using my degree like it's the normal closer to normal path of graduating from college, getting a full-time job, working. It's what all of my friends were doing.
Here comes
And
Phoenetia.
so for for me to say I'm not gonna do this and I'm gonna fly across the world to play football was it was scary, but I had the support of my family. I got a lot of you can work for the rest of your life, so go play football while you can. There's only a certain amount of time that my body's gonna be able to do this. So yeah, I had a lot of support as well. There were people that were like, maybe you shouldn't. It's women's football. Like you don't make that much. It's a risk, but I don't regret it at all.
I was about to ask about the Nevis. And that's what makes it extremely special, eh?
yeah,
That you in your gut recognize the chance might not come back again, and or the opportunity may not present itself, and go for it because it's something that would make yourself proud and your family and your loved ones. So
yeah.
bravo to you for that.
Well, thank you, thank you. Yep, it's going
Um,
well.
yeah, I'm happy about that. I know that you talked about, and I've seen actually that you somewhere along the line, since you started this journey as a professional soccer player, you have
Mhm.
also founded a not-for-profit. Inspiration from somewhere. So you got to tell us about that.
Inspiration, indeed. Yeah, the interest came about. We had a national team camp in Trinidad a few years ago. I think it was either 2018 or 2019. Um, and we came back to St. Kitts. Me and a couple other players went around to a few schools to talk to the girls just about football and our experience as football players. Um, and I had a conversation with a little girl. I I asked her if she liked playing football, just trying to engage with them a little. And she was like, "Oh yeah, we love playing football, but the boys don't let us play. They say that football is just for the boys."
Yeah, not for,
And I was that one stuck with me because like football is a sport. It's for everyone. Everyone should have the opportunity to play um, and just feel safe playing, be in an environment where they feel comfortable expressing themselves. So after that moment, I've never forgotten it, as you could see. Me and one of my national team teammates, Brittney Lawrence, we decided to create MPWR Girls Football, and that gives us the opportunity to host a summer camp um, because we're not there all the time. Just a 1 week camp to uh, give girls in St. Kitts the opportunity to come out and play and just learn the game, enjoy the game, and be in a fun, challenging environment. Um, just exposing them to football and giving them a chance to enjoy it. Because it's a sport, but it's also a tool that can help you get an education. It can help you travel the world. It can do so much for you. So just giving them the opportunity to start somewhere and just enjoy the sport. And we just share a love for it, and they have a great time. Um, so yeah, it's been
mm,
good for the first 2 years.
that's
And
awesome. I like that. I like that girls can get the opportunity to explore other avenues in sports because of the experiences of other young women like you. It's a good thing. So you did say St. Kitts it's open to children in Nevis as girls in Nevis as well. I mean, it's just
yes, yes, it's open to everyone. It's right now it's located in St. Kitts, so transportation we'd have to sort
mhm.
out, but it's open to everyone. We're hoping to be able to host something in Nevis so that we can reach more girls
Well,
that are interested. Um,
mm.
yeah,
It's 2 years now, right? You've done it for a two-year
two
period.
years, 2 years so far. Yeah.
Thinking about
Um,
sponsorships and alliances with a couple
yeah.
companies.
Yeah, we have some sponsors out of St. Kitts and New Jersey.
Hmm.
Um,
So,
yeah, Credit Union, Flow. Yeah, a bunch of them in St. Kitts that are happy to help. Um,
Oh,
just
oh.
and if it's just providing some giveaways for the girls.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, we have a lot that are supportive of it, and even my training facilities in New Jersey are very eager to help out.
That's really
Just
good.
yeah,
So it's happening again this year, right? You've
it's
done it
happening again this
very good.
2 years.
Congratulations.
It's gonna be the third year. Yeah, thanks.
That's
It's
really
going
good.
well. Participation's going up. Just hoping to reach more that are interested and
How
make
many,
sure they have the opportunity.
indeed, how many children do you or girls can you facilitate in one session, summer, over the summer?
Facilitate, I would say up to
Mm.
for the 1 week we do the most would be around 80, 85. Right
Wow.
now we're at right now we had 40 last year.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, we have the space, the room to
Right,
increase number.
right.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
hopefully we
amazing
go
to
this summer.
see, it's so funny to talk about you, Phoenetia, now. Phoenetia, as a little child, is influenced by her parents, making decisions about your life, a, a little older. Here you are now with a not-for-profit and, deciding where you are in some ways probably at a crossroads because professionally, like you said, there's a window of opportunity to be an athlete. And now you're talking
Yeah.
about a not-for-profit. Where do you, and envision Phoenetia, the athlete, the engineer, the leader moving or going forward from this particular juncture that you're at? Where do you see yourself?
From this point, initially I thought I'd definitely go back into engineering after playing. Um, but having experienced being a female footballer um, professionally and seeing the difference between the professional side for women and for men, and also the development and the difference in development for the boys and the girls, I know that that is what I want to go into after and continue to push for that just to have equal development on both sides. So being in women's football around the world, just pushing for development, especially in the Caribbean regions and for girls that look like me, because it's for
Listen,
football, it's
I'm talking to you and I'm already seeing Phoenecia, the advocate. That's what I see. You're advocacy and you're, being a steward for your girls.
yeah,
You'll be that face. That essentially would be the brand that you'll be promoting, not just because of your experience, you have a story to tell. And that just
mm-hmm.
tickles me, to think of how you changed or you would steer your career or your future based on the experience you've had, as opposed to this is what I studied, this is where I have to have, to
Yeah,
pursue my future. This is a job I have to do. No, you're saying I'm gonna give something back to young people, other girls, and that is truly humbling. Truly humbling.
thank you. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah.
So, and to ask or imagine what your parents feel or what your mom would have felt in this moment is really where, I know your heart probably is still, has that time of grief or that moment where, mom, if she was here, what mom would say. How does how does that quiet moment look for you when you reflect on what mom would want or what mom would say seeing you? What emotions do you feel there?
Um, with with that, even though she has passed, she every step of the way she shows me that she's still there. She shows me that yeah, I'm still here with you, even though I'm not there physically. I am here and you can do this. You can keep doing this because you are my child. And she was an ambassador for St. Kitts. She carried the flag everywhere that she went. working for the UN. She took
Yes.
it around the world and was proud of it, and she showed me how to do that.
Wow.
She always said, be proud of where you came from and don't be afraid to let people know that you're from St. Kitts and Nevis. Um, even though we're small, we are a big people. We need to share that. And so I watched her carry the flag in her work and her sports and everything that she did. Um, and she gave me the confidence to do that. Um, I was definitely more shy when I was younger, and she just encouraged me and kept encouraging me to, yeah, be me and be proud of who I am. So that's what I continue to do, and I do it. I do it for her because I know that she would be proud, and it just gives me the confidence to do what I know she knew I can do.
Yeah. You say it so well, Phoenetia. I'm so proud of you, so impressed with your strength and your composure and your ability to be an ambassador in every right. Might I add, not just for your family, you are an ambassador for your family, but also for women, girls, and for soccer at its best. Kudos to you for being such a strong woman, Phoenetia. I'm so proud of you. And so
Thank you.
I think it's a good time to say, to ask about the takeaways you'd offer for girls. It doesn't have to be one, two, or three, but whatever stands out, powerfully for you to offer young girls, what would you offer as a takeaway?
I mean, this is what I always say is that you can achieve anything that you dream of. And there will be a lot of no's along the way. I've gotten plenty of no's, plenty of people saying you can't do that. But the important thing is that you never give up and you continue to believe in yourself. You have to be the one that believes in yourself because you can't wait for someone else to believe in you. There will be those people, and that helps. But the biggest thing is that you believe in yourself, and you'll make it to wherever you want to go, whether it's in sports, whether it's in academics, you'll make it to where you go, where you want to go if you believe that you can.
Amazing, amazing takeaway. And this is a good thing to tag you as Phoenetia, the advocate, Phoenetia, the speaker and leader for young women, because that's what you exude. And I'm again so proud of you. And I'm sure your family is as well. Your siblings, your pop, your dad, and your lifelong angel.
Yes.
So before we wrap it all up, I know that you have such a beautiful smile. You do something with that smile. Tell us about that fun fact about you, something that we thought we know. The one thing I know about your family, which is, again, it's fact that everybody knows that your mom or your family, whenever there was an event, you guys were specific about brownie bunch. Get the E added in the word brown, so it was brownie bunch. So
Absolutely.
that's the world.
Can't forget the E. Can't
Cannot
forget the
forget the
E.
E. She made sure, your dad made sure, of course. But tell us something fun that we may not know about Phoenetia. One fun fact.
A fun fact that we may not know. Um, you all know that I play a lot of sports. But when I was younger, I was put into cheerleading. And so I was a cheerleader for a little bit because mom was a cricket player and the ECCB needed cheerleaders. So that happened for a bit.
You see, you did that.
Nope, not anymore. That's in the past.
It's a
That's in
fact.
the past.
It's a fact. I can't imagine you being a cheerleader. I could.
Nope, neither can
Listen,
I. Yeah.
Phoenetia, I so I feel empowered by your strength and your story, and I trust that what you shared with us today really resonates and is appreciated because you are definitely on a path to success, and you're an example to so many. I can't just say women; it's young people on a whole. And I appreciate the time that you've taken to chat with us. And I look forward to hearing great things from you Phoenetia, and please stay in touch and please share and keep on striking.
Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me a platform to share.
Yes.
That's important too. So I'm happy about this platform that you created and just giving young people the chance to share and get their stories out there. So happy I could be here. Um, look forward to the next time.
Next time.
I guess
Is there an opportunity for a parent listening to sign up their child or daughter to participate? Is there a particular link that I can share
yes,
to like, promote this? Um,
yes, I can share that with you. It's our Instagram page is Empower Football, MPWR Football, and the link for registration will go live in a few months.
oh yeah. Oh, so there's a
Uh,
website. Oh,
yes, yeah, there's a website. Yeah,
Empower.
there's a registration web. Empower Football, MPWR Football on Instagram. So all of the information will be there.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. That's where I can find the young people on IG,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. On IG
Oh,
or Facebook.
oh, Facebook. Okay.
Facebook or yeah, both of them. We're there.
Awesome songs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Phoenetia, and have a great, be safe over in Europe and continue to work hard. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a
Until
good one.
next time. Bye.
Until next